If there's one thing I've learned in life, it's the fact that playing the victim all the time doesn't take you anywhere. If anything, it makes you stuck. You always feel like other people are responsible for the bad things that happen to you. But when good things happen, you are quick to take credit for them. No, you need to drop that victim mentality if you really want to make significant progress in your life. No more playing the victim. You need to drop that attitude. It's time for business, and that's what I'll be talking about in this video. My name is Chris, and you're welcome to my channel. The first way to drop the victim mentality is to learn to say no. You're quick to say yes to people when they make requests, when they ask you to do things, and then you turn around and say, oh, they cost this and they cost that because they asked me to do this and that. What happened to saying no? They didn't put a gun to your head, did they? You need to learn to say no, okay? When something doesn't serve you well, when something doesn't benefit you in any way, it's so clear that this wouldn't benefit you at all. Say no, alright? Nobody's going to force you to do something you don't want to do, at least. I mean, not when you are an adult. They're not going to do that. And if they try to bully you, you stand firm. You stamp your foot on the ground and you say, no, I am not going to do it. Don't be a people pleaser. I made a video about that. You can check it out right here. Don't be a people pleaser. Don't say yes just because you want to make other people happy. How long are you going to continue like that? That is why you have the victim mentality, because you always want to do things for other people, even when those things don't serve you well. If you really want to drop that mentality, I mean the victim mentality, it's time for you to start saying no, especially when things obviously won't serve you. Okay? You can't continue to please other people and displease yourself. That is like the very beginning of having the victim mentality, because you keep giving and giving to others even when the giving doesn't sit well with you. Learn to say no. That is the very beginning to what? Overcoming the victim mentality. The second way to overcome the victim mentality is to take responsibility for your actions. Enough of this thing happened to me because that person caused it, and for that reason it is their fault. No, 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 no. You need to drop that, okay? You are an adult, all right? You have a right to make your own decisions. That's why I said earlier, you need to learn to say no. When things don't serve you well, you say no to them. Whatever you do, whatever it is you agree to do, go into it fully aware that it might go south, fully aware that, it might not be favorable to you. It could go well, and on the other hand, it could not go well. And whatever happens, you take it, you accept it, you take full responsibility for the decision you made to do it in the first place. Stop, accusing others. Stop channeling or pushing the blame to others. That is not healthy at all. Okay, that is why you feel like you are a victim in every situation. No, learn to say yes when things serve you well and say no when they don't. Before you make any decision, think about it, sleep over it. Don't be in a hurry to make decisions. Take your time. Take your time. Don't let anybody pressure you into something. Say to them, I need to think about it. If you aren't sure yet, say to them again, I don't have an answer yet. I still need to think about it. So that when you finally decide to do it, you will take full responsibility for its outcome. You need to start taking responsibility for your actions. Stop doing that thing where you blame every other person. Oh, they caused it. That person caused it. No, no, no. You caused it. Whatever happens, you accept it. Okay, if it goes well, great, beautiful. If it doesn't go so well, okay, not too bad. I will learn from it. Okay, I will learn from it. Take full responsibility for your actions as a responsible adult. Okay, that is what you're supposed to do. You're not a child, so you shouldn't go around blaming other people, your parents, your siblings, for the things that happened to you. Nobody forced you to do those things in the first place. If they did, it's because you allowed them to. You shouldn't let anybody force you. You shouldn't let anybody guilt trip you into doing things. All right? If you're not cool with it, you are not cool with it. If you're going to do it, it's because you want to do it. And that's it. So whatever happens, you take responsibility for it. The other way to overcome the victim mentality is to forgive yourself for your past mistakes. Forgive yourself for anything you did wrong. You feel guilty for the things that happened in the past. Yes, you're not proud of those things, but you don't need to carry them forever, carry them on your head forever. Like, you don't need to keep pulling yourself down because of those things. No, those things happened in the past. The past is gone. What you have right now is the present, and the present will move into the future. Okay, you need to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the mistakes. Forgive yourself for the people, for hurting other people. Forgive yourself for doing things that you aren't proud of. You didn't know any better at the time. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't have done them. Now you know better, and that's why you're not doing those things anymore. And that's why you feel remorseful, you feel bad. It's okay to feel remorseful, but you need to let it go, because if you don't let it go, you can't move forward. You can't, channel your life in the direction that you want it to go. You can only begin to live a beautiful life, a life you're truly proud of, when you forgive yourself for the mistakes of your past. That's why you feel like you're a victim. No, you're not. You feel like a victim because you're still beating yourself up for the mistakes that you made in the past. No, you survived those mistakes. You survived those experiences. And that makes you a survivor, not a victim. Those experiences, those mistakes, those terrible things you did, they didn't kill you, did they? You survived them. If anything, you are a survivor. Forgive yourself, alright? It's really important if you want to drop the victim mentality. The victim mentality enslaves you. It restricts you from maximizing your full potential. Forgive yourself. It is very, very important if you want to overcome the victim mentality. Practicing positive affirmations is key in overcoming the victim mentality. You feel like a victim because you see yourself as one. You see yourself as helpless and hopeless. You see yourself as powerless. You see yourself as one whom other people's actions determines his or her life's outcome. No, that's not true. You may not believe it, but you need to make yourself to believe it. You need to position yourself to believe it. You need to unlearn all the things that you have learned in the past. You need to say nice words to yourself, positive affirmations. I am not a victim. It doesn't matter what happened to me in the past. I am a survivor. My being here is for a reason. I determine the course of my life. I steer the ship of my life. I am in control. I am strong. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I can be whatever I want to be. I can be whoever I want to be. No other person determines what happens to me. No other person has the power to choose for me, to say what my life becomes. As you wake up in the morning, practice positive affirmations because they help you get through the day. They put you in the right frame of mind. They help you overcome the limitations you have in your mind. They break those chains of the victim mentality that you have in your head and in your mind. Say to yourself, I am not a victim. I am a survivor. Victory is mine. I am in this world for a reason. Okay, I determine what happens to me, and for that reason, I will be positive. I will think only positive thoughts. The universe is working things out for me. Everything is working out for my highest good. You need to say those things to yourself and you need to believe them. They might feel off in the beginning, they might feel so unbelievable, but guess what? The more you do them, the more you practice them, the more believable they come. Talk yourself out of the victim mentality. Yourself out of it. All right? It really will help you. It really will help you. It will help you, overcome the limitations that you have in your head because half the time it's all in your head. It's all in your head. If you could just get out of your head, you'll realize that it doesn't really exist in the real world. It doesn't. It's all in your head. Practicing positive affirmation is key in overcoming the victim mentality. Finally, you need to take actions to correct the things that you feel aren't right. So you have noticed that some things are off. You don't like the way your life is going. You don't like the way that, things are happening. Don't just sit there and continue to endure. No, that's why you're a human being. You have a right to make decisions. You have the freedom to change things. Take action. What is it about your life that you don't like? What is it about your life that makes you feel like you are a victim? What is it about it? Identify it and then take practical steps to change it. If it's about a particular relationship that you're in, if you feel some type of way, if your partner or your friend or your family, they make you feel some type of way, they make you feel like a victim, you might want to take yourself out of that relationship because it doesn't serve you well. You might want to take yourself out of that environment. You might want to take yourself out of that situation. Okay? What do you need to do to get out of that space? What do you need to do, to stop feeling like a victim? Take that step. Sometimes it might be something as little as you know, just leaving a particular place. And then you begin to see that your life is different. Identify what the trigger is, identify what the problem is, and try to fix it because if you don't fix it, it will always be there. Nobody's going to come fix it for you. No, you need to take the step, the bold step, and yes, it might not feel comfortable, yet you might feel scared about it, you might be afraid to do it. But guess what? It's okay to do it afraid. That shows how brave you are. It shows that you're bold. It shows that you're fearless. It's okay. All right. Being fearless doesn't necessarily mean that you don't feel fear. It just means that even though you feel fear, you go ahead. You do it regardless. That shows your guts. That shows your bravery. Take action. Get yourself out of those things that make you feel like a victim. You are not a victim. You are a survivor. Let me know what you feel about this topic, okay? Do you feel like you're a victim? Have you ever, suffered the victim mentality? Have you ever found yourself in that position? Please drop a comment below, okay? Take a look around my channel. You'll find lots of other interesting videos. My name is Chris, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please go ahead and subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. It was nice talking to you in this one. See you in the next one.